Hey, sis, as you start this new journey, rebuilding your life and living out your wildest dreams or preparing for a new chapter, I do want you to know that pain, it's a part of your story. No matter how you slice the pie, we've all gone through some serious challenges in our lives, and most of us won't tell people some of the deepest, darkest secrets because it's too painful. And I get it. Oh boy, do I get it. I've been there. I've done that. And I got the t shirt, as we always say. But I'm not making light of the fact that it's a part of our story. I don't think that we should wear it as a badge of honor, but I do believe that we should own it. You know, when we have children, there are moments that could be teachable moments, but we don't share with our children because we want kids to think that we have this perfect persona at times. But I wasn't that type of parent. I shared some of my highs and lows. I shared some of the crazy things that I did when I was in my early 20s, and my children laugh at the stories that I share. But I believe that it makes us more relatable and bond better by telling our truth, because for them, we are looked at in their eyes as on this big old pedestal, and they look up to us. But I want them to know, and you should want them to know, that we all have had made mistakes or chose the wrong person, bought the wrong car when we were younger, or didn't pay certain bills when we were younger, or had friends that now we say, oh my goodness, I wish I didn't choose that particular friend, in high school years or whatever, because, oh, that person stole my boyfriend or whatever. We all got some crazy stories. I know we do. And even in the comments section, I want y'all to even share that. Share with me some of the crazy things that you have done when you were younger. I know, like, one of my stories was I had taken my mother's car without her permission. And I was only 15 years old. Yeah, I know. Don't judge me. And I was sharing this with my son, my oldest son, the other day. And he was just like, wow, like, you did that here, you the preacher girl, or you're the one that's always, encouraging others. But I want people to know the truth. I want them to know my story because it gives credibility to how we've overcome, how I've overcome. And that's what I'm getting to, ladies. I want you to own it. The pain of rejection or abandonment or isolation that we put ourselves in because of the shame. It's a part of your story, sis. And I want you to own it. Stop hiding it through eating a whole bag of chips, laying in the bed, watching TV, or your ice cream. Favorite ice cream. Mine is butter pecan, but that's beside the point. I wanted to have a heart-to-heart with my sisters today and say, be proud of the scars, because those scars, for one, it lets you know you're alive. You made it. You made it through some war zones in your life. That's how I think about it too. And for you to be honest and share your story, it will encourage others that they can get through some of the tumultuous times that you've gone through in your life. And this is why I share my stories of my highs and lows. And I want you to be encouraged and have enough faith in yourself to be honest and share your story. Pain, it just pushed you into your purpose. Pain was a way of telling you that it was time to pivot. Pain, it made you do something that you needed to do when you were afraid to do it. You know, like that last marriage, like if you were married before, like that last relationship. You knew it wasn't going anywhere. You knew after a while that, oops, I made a mistake. But you tried to hang in there until you were forced to make a change. And that is a part of your story. And own it. And walk in your blessed place in the season of your life. I never felt freer than in this season of telling my truth. A lot of things I could have been ashamed of, but I believe that they're helping a lot of you out there walk into it with pride, with your head held high, and knowing that if I can get through this, you can get through it too. Losing everything to gain the world, in terms of the world is our oyster. That was like an old saying. You ever heard that before? It's like an old saying from our parents. But in other words, the world has so many possibilities. The world is so vast. The world is so big and wide that you can do anything or go any place you want to go in because of the pain that you endured. And now you're on the other side of the journey and you're living your life to the best of your ability. And I want you to know, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of the things that you have gone through because you went through it. You didn't stay there. You didn't get stuck. You didn't turn around, or you didn't sit on the sidelines of your own life and pout about it. We've all had our moments with that, going through depression or however you experienced it, however your body showed up. Sometimes a person will lose a lot of weight because of stress, and then others will gain a lot of weight. Some people lose their hair, but whatever it was, we're not going to lay and rest in that area. We're not going to continue to beat a dead horse talking about that, but we're talking about the now. We're talking about progress. We're talking about your purpose. We're talking about your new destiny and where you desire to be in your life. Use it. Use that pain as the fuel to take you to your next destiny, sis. Because you already know, girl, you got this. I believe in you. Girl, live your best life now. That pain, that was nothing but fuel for your purpose.